Hey YouTube, I thought I would just make this short video to give you an overview of the mice devices that I'm using right now for gaming, of course. These two are the ones that I've had in the past, the 400S and the 518. So they're very similar. I've always been used to this shape of mouse since the Counter-Strike, 1.6 days, those old school days. Because they had the G500, 510, and they're all in this shape for years. It's been like this. Even this is a very recent one right here, the 400, and so I've been used to this style. It's very because it attracted me to this mouse because it's so simple. It's just you have a back, these forward and back buttons here, and the plus and minus for the DPI, and a bindable key. These are also bindable. You can change the bindings for these keys. They're very similar, and then throughout the years they just increase the DPI capabilities for each mouse. And there's not much to it. You just plug and play. There's not much you need to do to it. So that's why it attracted me, because there's other mouse there there's other mice devices out there that's very complicated looking, and also they're very tacky sometimes. And also this, because I have a big hand, this one kind of fits my hand kind of perfectly. So I know it doesn't look as aggressive as the other mouse. It's very kind of like just a shell, kind of like a turtle. But I mean, it works. I mean, I've had good games with these mice right here, these two. So I was very skeptical to move into the new one, the 502. It's just I did it because I like the look of it. So that's the main thing that drew me to it. I was scared that my gameplay would suffer for having a new mouse, but actually it hasn't. Actually, it gotten better. So I've been using this for not long. I mean, I got it when I bought the parts for my mini ITX build. I've been using I think the 400S I've been using with my previous computers and laptops when I was gaming. This is the most recent change for me, so this is a very different mouse compared to those two, shape-wise, look-wise, and capabilities. So this is very programmable. It's also tunable with the weights that you can put under there. Right now I don't have anything. I like the weight of it right now. It's heavier. Stock, it's heavier than these two mice right here. So, and I found that it makes me aim more precise than the old ones, because I can't move it as easily as those two. Like that one, it will just, like, as soon as I move it, it will just kind of fly off the mouse, so the mouse pad. But this one, it fights it a little bit, and it's just the right resistance so that I don't overshoot my target. And also I tried it with I want to be as unbiased from between this and this. When I was playing, I didn't want to say like, oh, because it's new and it's so cool that it's better. I actually tried it with guns that I'm not used to, in Counter-Strike and Call of Duty and things like that. And I'm actually hitting targets. Surprisingly, I'm hitting them on just one sweep. It's like when I aim, it's right there. Yeah, I was scared because it's a high DPI settings. I'm gonna change all my sensitivity settings and all that in the game. That's true. I had to play with it for a while. I had to, I had to dial it down, figure it out for this mouse. But after you get through that, it's just, I think it's a solid mouse. So I highly recommend this. If you're thinking about a Logitech G502 as a replacement or an option, I recommend it. I mean, here, let me show you. So there's more of these weights that you could use. Like I said, the stock weight of the mouse itself works for me right now. Maybe I'll use it in the future if, for some reason it becomes too light for me. But right now, from years of playing with this, it's just, I don't think I would. This is a big. I think I'll just stick with how it is now. I mean, here's another mouse that I don't particularly like. This is a G700, I believe. Yeah, G700. It's wireless and it's wired. So you will have a rechargeable battery, right here, and it's run by RF. I think it's an RF signal. Um, you plug this into the computer and you see the signal. If you're in wireless mode, and then you turn it on and off. I don't like this mouse because it eats battery so quickly in wireless mode. So you would always have it plugged, and what's the point of having it? This was a very expensive one. This was, well, not very. It's 80 bucks when I bought it. And for what it is, I think it's more of a some people like it, I mean, a lot of people like this mouse. It's just for some reason for me, I wasn't doing as well as I thought I was gonna when I bought this. So this is the latest. So I bought this after, while having the G400, and I went back to the G400 because I just wasn't doing so well compared to the G400. So that's why I was kind of worried. I was worried about buying the 502 because it's gonna be the same story, and I spend the money, and basically this was just junk. So junk for me. It's not junk. You can still use it for other things, but in terms of gaming, I can't be competitive with this. So when I bought this one, I just couldn't. I was scared that it was gonna be like this, but I was surprised I wasn't. So this is a G700. It's very comfortable though when you're holding it. It's good for people with big hands. But other than that, for me personally, I cannot recommend it for gaming. That's just me. So if you like it, thumbs up. It's no problem. It's cool. Also, it's black. It looks good. And also, running out of battery, and then if you always have it on plugged in, so might as well. It kind of negates the purpose of having a wireless mice. And also, I always forget to turn it off, so it drains the battery while I'm not using it. So it's just one of those quirks that it kind of made me wanna just not use it altogether. So if you're gonna game, wired mouse is all the way, just the way to go. It's just better overall, and it's very convenient to be wired all the time. You don't have to worry about batteries. Things like that running out. Also, there's really no warning, so when you're gaming wirelessly and the battery starts to die, in the middle of the game, you will start to stutter, your mouse movement will skip, and you'll start to die, and that's when you know, like, oh my god, I forgot to charge it. So, and then you plug it in, and that's how you continue playing. You can program the keys, like I said. It's a programmable key, button mouse. You can program everything. You can remap every button in here. But I use it as simply as for FPS. I don't need that much binds or anything like that, because if I would bind something, I would use the keyboard. So so for basic FPS shooting, point and shoot, it's good. The only thing I binded was the DPI settings. So the DPI settings, I have two stages. One is for gameplay. So I would click down to make it much slower. So I would go down to 800 or about 800, 850. I have to check. Let me see. So I have it on 500. So I have it on 500 DPI when I'm playing FPS game. But when I'm working on my desktop, you don't want it to be really slow when you're moving around the desktop. So I would do 1200. So I would bump it up to 200. So I have two modes. So I would click up one, it will be 1200 DPI, but it has capabilities to go all the way up to 12,000. So it's ridiculous. So I don't even know who would need a 12,000 DPI mouse. Maybe if you have a really big screen or a really high resolution, but yeah, 12,000. So my range of usage is up to from 500 to 1200. So which both of these mouse are capable of doing. So basically, the only benefit of me getting this mouse is the weight, the shape, and that's pretty much it. So I guess if these mice were customizable somehow, then I wouldn't need to upgrade. But that's the case. Actually, all these are $60 when they first came out, I believe. So the G9X was also a nice mouse. It's small though for my hand. So, but that one came out to be like $99 when it came out, like $100. But this is actually very affordable. So 60 bucks and you get a lot of performance for this. So if you are looking for a new mouse or you're just not sure about the G502, it's a very easy decision. It's a very good mouse, so it's very price is also very competitive with this. So hopefully that helps some of you guys. Thank you.